Well, the sun's coming up. It's looking good. I'm going to go down here and catch some white bass, so you'll want to stay tuned to watch this. White bass are a fun fish to catch in the spring, and I hope to catch a bunch of them here in just a little bit, hopefully. And then I'm going to take them back to the house, and I'm going to fillet them. You can see me do that, and then cook them. And you can see me do that if you want to. Try to make it a fairly short video, not too long. Hopefully the fish are biting. And if you're watching this, the fish are biting, because I wouldn't put anything on there if the fish weren't biting. What a boring video. So just stay tuned. We'll see what happens here in just a little bit. And we're here at the river. We'll see how it goes here. Water cleared up quite a bit from what it was the other day when I was down here. So we'll just see if there's any whites hanging up in here. Hopefully there is, but you just never know about these white bass. They're a finicky little fish sometimes. But we'll see. I'm gonna do one cast here real quick on video, a few of them, just to see if I can catch one. It may have started picking it up enough. Catch one here. Oh. I got one here. Good white. Looks like a decent white. Took a while. Kind of hitting slow today for some reason. That's a good sized white right there. It's a big white actually. It's a big white bass. Come on now, settle down. I'll be able to get that hook out of there without. Nice big white there. Get down in there. Loosen that stuff out there. I put them in a 5-gallon bucket. When they're biting, you don't want to take time to string them. At least I don't. So that's the first one. And I've been fishing for about 15 minutes. And they may just be turning it on right now. That's how white bass do. They don't bite, they don't bite, they don't bite, and all of a sudden, boom, they just start hitting like crazy. That may or may not be the case. We'll find out here. I got another one here. See, I can say they may have just turned on. I don't know. Decent one. Decent white bass right there. Looks like a male. Looks like a male. Good one. Well, guess I won't be leaving this spot for a little bit at least. See if I can catch one on this cast here, just for fun. It's fun to watch somebody catch one live, isn't it? Even though I just caught those live in a way. All right, well, I got close to my limit here, so I've done pretty good actually, but I'm going to count them up here because I know I don't have over my limit. I'm pretty sure of that, but I'm curious how much under I have. So we'll go up here. I've got to dump them out of this bucket and then pick them back up. It's about the only way to really count them in a bucket like this. Always carry a stringer in case I catch a big walleye or something that won't fit in the bucket. How often does that happen, you ask? Not very often. All right, let's see here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Big old one there. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and that'd be 14. One shy of my limit. Oh well. I have to get out of here actually, so I'm gonna head on out. I thought I had 14, and I can tell you right now, trying to catch that 15th white bass or whatever it is you're trying to limit out on is a crazy thing. It can be hard to do. So let's get out of here. Let's go cook these rascals up. I'll show you how I clean them and cook them. And sorry for you, you're not going to be able to taste how wonderful they are. But I can tell you, you just have to believe me. I'll see you at the skinning table. And here we are at the skinning table. Going to fillet a couple of these white bass out. Take the smaller ones here, some male right here. I'm going to go in behind the gills, as you can see here, staying right against the backbone. It's a standard filleting of like you would fillet any fish. Flop it over. Nice fillet there. I'm going to clean that fillet up here. Got to clean it up. This is the reason a lot of people say they don't like white bass, because they weren't cleaned good. Hopefully, we'll get these clean good, and they will be delicious. Discard that. Okay. I'm going to take this rib out here. But I'm not going to do it until I take the streak off the back, because it makes it easier. It holds together better. Get rid of all this red meat. None of it is good. None of it. Take that off the shoulder. There. Now take the rib out. Just go in here behind the rib. Cut it like that. That's worthless. Then I have a whole fillet here. Sometimes I'll cut them in 2 pieces. I'll go ahead and leave these whole for now. The nice thing about them being in 2 pieces, they won't break apart. Sometimes these fillets will break apart when you're cooking them because they're so tender. Okay, junk meat. Cut the rib out of this one. Boom. There you go. It's got a little bit of fat streak right here. We'll cut out. Fat on a fish is horrific. You do not want to eat fat on a fish. There's another one. It's a bigger female right here. These are eggs. Hundreds of thousands of eggs in there. Literally hundreds of thousands. You only have to have one white bass that's very successful in laying her eggs, getting them fertilized, and you've got enough white bass to replenish your lake with. Because there are so many eggs in these things, it's ridiculous. Cut that off there, but it don't matter. Just keep staying with it. I'm gonna flip that out of the way. Coon bait. I'll do one more here and I'm done. I'm done with the skinning part, the filleting part. We're gonna cook these up. I'll show you how wonderful they are cooked. Fried, deep fried. Can't beat them. We're gonna have the bigger fillet, so I will cut it in 2 pieces. 1, 2. I like the bigger fillets to cut in 2 pieces. If I'm having a big fish fry, I cut that rib out before I do this, but that's all right. If I'm having a big fish fry feeding over 100 people, I cut all these pieces in smaller pieces. I will definitely cut all the fillets in 2 pieces because your fish will go further. There you go. That's how you fillet a white bass. It's not a big deal. I use a knife. People like to use electric knife. I use them once in a while, but I like the control of this knife better. Whatever. It all works good. All right, well, I'll see you at the cooking pot. Okay, now I told you we would be out at the cooking pot here shortly, and here I am, and I'm sitting here on the edge of the river by our place here, and what I've got here, I've got some white bass fillets in a bag here. I put a little milk in there just to kind of make them good and moist. I'm gonna dump them in this Zatarain's fish batter right here. Pick this stuff up at Sam's, gallon jug of it's like $6.60, something like that. Taxing all about $7 for a gallon. And it'll cook a lot of fish. There, I got that ready. It don't take long to suffocate that many fillets. There, I just spilt my stuff all over here, but that don't matter. I'm outside, it don't hurt a thing, all right? Yeah, whatever. All right, here we go. Now, got my fish ready. I'm gonna put it on my ladle here. I shake off all the excess because you don't, the less that you have this goes in your grease, the better off your grease is. It'll hold out longer. These are whole white bass fillets right here. Again, a lot of people, I don't like white bass. Well, you're doofus. You cook them right, and they're a delicious fish. And I know because I have cooked thousands of them. I have cooked for up to 200 people at one time. And a lot of times I'll feed them white bass and they don't know what it is and they don't care, they just love it. All right, there's my white bass. Now it's going to go in this grease. I got this grease at 350 degrees. Come on over here, camera woman. I'm going to drop this in here. You're going to see it bubble really nice. I'm a little over 300, so I turned my heat off already, completely down. It's barely on. This will cook really fast. Like I say, this will cook really fast because, and what I do when I put fish in a pot like this is I'll let it cook for just about 30 seconds to a minute and then stir it a little bit, because if you don't, some of the pieces will stick together, and when they stick together, it just you'll have pieces on the fish that didn't cook right. So you want to stir it after you put it in there for about like 30, 45 seconds, something like that, a minute. Just stir it around just a little bit, as you can see I'm doing here, just barely stirring. And the fish is starting to turn a really good color. My temperature has dropped down to exactly 350 degrees now because that fish helped cool off the grease here. So, and it won't take it very long to cook. These fillets on white bass are not very thick, but they are good eating. And I'm gonna let my granddaughter Brindley, who's running the camera right now, try it here in just a second. And she's not a big, huge fish eater. She'll eat fish, but she's not a huge fish eater. And I can tell you, if this fish wasn't good, she would not enjoy it at all. And I hope there's no wind noise. We got a little wind out here, but it's not too bad, so I think we'll be all right. So Just stir this around just a little bit. You can see it's turning. See it here. It's turning good color right there. Now I'll use this grease right here. I've got this grease here. This is the second time I've used this grease. I'll probably use it 5 or 6 more times to cook fish. I'll strain it every time and clean it, and it really does a good job, even though you keep using it. Sometimes I'll cook chicken with this fish, and I'll cook chicken in the same grease, and the fish that I cook in here, the flavor of fish doesn't transfer to the chicken. A lot of people think, oh, I don't want to cook chicken in fish grease. It don't matter. The flavor will not transfer to the chicken, okay? Keep going. Just hit that one there. Anyways, I got me a new GoPro camera right there, and we're just learning how to work it, but oh, this is looking beautiful. Beautiful, starting to float to the top, which means when you move the camera, move it slowly. Yeah, kind of everything's slow motion. I'm just talking to my granddaughter, showing how to run the camera. But she's doing a great job, isn't she? Yeah. If you're still with us, then she's doing a good job. If you have clicked on something else and she's failed, so don't click on something else and make her feel bad. Anyway, she'll be the first one to try this fish. And I just know her that if this fish ain't good, she'll tell me this fish is no good. Like I say, she's not a big fish eater, okay? And Brantley's doing a good job running the camera, because there's literally thousands and thousands of people watching this video over time. Thousands, tens of thousands from all over the world, and she's trying to do the best she can because of that very reason. All right, this has been cooking for what, 4 minutes, 5 maybe, and I think it's done. Fish is pretty forgiving. It's not like chicken, you know. You could probably eat this fish raw, which we're not going to do that. And I'm going to put it on this pan right here. I got the wind blowing here really good, so I'll put some pieces on here to stop from blowing my napkins around. My paper towels. Here we go. Oh, now I don't care what you say. That does look good, all right? You got that going right there. Now I'm gonna turn this off here. Let this fish cool down just a minute. And when it cools down here in just a second, we'll come right back and we'll try it, okay? Stay with us. All right, well, here is the test, folks. Now this is a real test. I'm not just buffaloing you. This is a real, the real deal here. We got this fish here in this pan, which is, it's still pretty hot, but we let that cool down for just a little bit because my granddaughter's gonna try it here, and she's gonna be honest. You gonna be honest, Brindley?
Yeah.
You will be. I know you will. All right, go ahead and pick a piece up, whichever one you want. Now break it. Let's see what it looks like inside. Oh, that looks wonderful. All right, here we go. Take that piece off there and try it. Go ahead and eat it, and then I'm going to ask you what you think here in just a second. Be honest. Again, she's not a huge fish eater, but she'll eat fish, but she's not like me. You know, I'm saying I can eat a quart bag full of fish on my own. All right, Brindley. Now, be honest, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being delicious and 1 being, what do you really think?
It's a 10, Papa. It's a 10.
Seriously, you think you'll eat us a 10?
Yeah. Oh, and by the way,
What?
make sure to like and subscribe, and maybe someday my papa will cook some fish for you someday.
Pretty good. Good job, Brindley. All right, I'll try some too. I'll try it. I can try it just like she can try it. This is a nice looking fillet right here. Folks, I'm telling you, if you don't like white bass, you're doing something wrong. I eat every kind of fish you can imagine, and this white bass is flat delicious, and so it's really good. So there you go. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you do like this video. If you do, stay with us sometime. We'll make some more videos. Got a bunch of more videos coming up. All right, me and you outside. One word.